the question was, how do you move from being a football fan to a Formula One fan? Charlene can tell you as well as my friends will tell you, I'm for competition is what drives me. And whatever the sport is, or even if it's a spelling bee, I'm for man against man, and I love the contest. And I think that the skill of will, muscle, mind, and all is something that drives all of us. So it's no leap for me to be involved. Just for example, I played a rather significant role just as an advisor to the PBR people when they got their sport on bull riding on television, because I called their leader and told them that I felt like I could offer them some suggestions to make their show a little better for television. But I just say that in that it's very easy for me to make a move to where the skill and the speed and all that's involved in Formula One to determine a winner as opposed to other things. But if there's some kids going to have a foot race outside right now, I'd be on the way out there to get a look at it. When Charlene found me at 2:30 in the morning in the den about 15 years ago, at 2:30 in the morning watching women's curling from Canada, she thought I'd totally lost my mind.
Well, I mean, I think it's, you know, I've given you all these quotes that I've lived by that my granddad and my family gave me, but I kind of created one along the way, and I see some of the people in the audience. I mean, Jim Pallas and Bobby Joe New, who helped me out, and Joe Cantrell racing early on. You know, I think that if you live by what I call the 5 Ps, which is proper preparation prevents poor performance, then it's all the same, because you strive for excellence. I knew going forward that we had a canvas of a city, the way to develop this, we had the relationships, we had the financial means to make this to where we could actually land the Formula One United States Grand Prix. So to answer your question directly about that, it's the same. I mean, you know, who finishes second is the first loser. So I don't know. I don't think that the state or the city needs to worry about that, because we didn't lose. We've got the U.S. Grand Prix. But it's been a ton of work. About the Elroy? Yeah. Right. Well, one of the things about the primary site, for example, is fortunately there's access. There's already roads all the way around. Of course, you know, any of the sites are going to require water and wastewater and interior roads, exactly. So there will be, you know, on the Elroy side, on the Wandering Creek site that was formerly known as Wandering Creek, the primary entrance will be off 812. Simply because it's a major thoroughfare there. But it will be all the infrastructure that you would have for any kind of complex, which is, you know, utility, water, wastewater. So yeah, I mean, is that what you were asking?
And actually, let's just do one question at a time. So Richard, why don't you take next question, please?
Mr. McCombs, the real question a lot of people want to know is what they think the economic impact would be for the state, but in addition, what will be the economic impact for you?
Well, I hope it'll be immense. It doesn't always turn out that way, but that's the way we plan it. So I see, as far as sharing our resources, I think Charlene and I have indicated that we do that to our very best ability, and we love doing it. But every business venture to me is just that. It is a business venture. And although it involves competition and things that you like, things that you enjoy, we intend to make this a very profitable venture. We have to raise a lot of capital, and we will be trying to sell that same idea to the other people coming into the venture with us. So we do intend for it to be a profitable venture.
Got together and, when the first contact was and where it developed from there?
Sure. So my first contact, obviously, with the McCombs Group was over 20 years ago. Second contact is, in fairness to some of the other partners, I'll answer it this way. It was less than a year and a half ago, but more than 2 months ago. And the contact was obviously not directly with Red, but it was with Brad and Bruce, who, we go back a little bit further. A lot of our group has had a lot of business dealings with RADS is the lead.
Well, very much. I'm going to hand it back to Tavo and close out the press conference. I promise you there'll be many, many times where you're going to have questions. We've got 2 years. We can't answer every question that you have today. So Tavo, coming back to you, and then we need to get going. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, I think really, and just in closing, thank you for attending, especially family and friends and media that we've had longstanding relationships with. And like I said, we're really proud about this. We felt good. I know that it's bothered folks that we took so long to announce, but everything's for a reason. We could have come out and talked about this, a month ago, and we just decided to go about our business model correctly with a lot of the due diligence that we needed to be done. But anyway, thank y'all for coming, and